Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Superman. Austin hasn't seen it yet. But today I'm going to convince you the technical reasons, the cinematic reasons, and the narrative reasons why you need to see this movie.
Okay, I was just talking about going to see a movie last night, so I'd love to know what my choices are.
You're not a superhero guy.
No.
Like, that's fine.
Huge.
That's fine.
I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, okay.
I
That's
like
perfect.
watching-
This is perfect because same director, James Gunn. And we're going to talk about why you need to see this movie. First thing is tone. The tone is James Gunn. It's literally DC version of Guardians.
I love that.
But with Superman.
Okay.
So we come from Superman with Henry Cavill.
Honestly, I love Superman with Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Amazing.
Real.
But the tone is different. The tone is much deeper. It's much like more serious. Then we jump to Superman today, and it's fun. It's comic booky. It's like really kind of, there's a lot of gags. They kept the trunks.
Interesting.
Superman has trunks. And like, to be honest, we've talked about this before. When it comes to things to me that aren't real, like superheroes, if you go serious, you're going to have some problems. I'm going to have some viewing problems. I can't take it seriously that there's a guy wearing a Batman costume running around the city saving people. That's just not my vibe.
Honestly, I agree. I feel like you have to play into the role that you are making in that genre.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's what I love about Guardians of the Galaxy. They do not take themselves seriously at all.
And I think that started like with the Thor Ragnarok kind of stuff back to the Marvel days. My favorite Marvel movie. But anyway,
Director.
that is my number one point. Now, number two, you're going to love this. This is why we chose this movie, because much of it was shot on virtual. You're a
This
virtual
is the
guy.
moment I've been waiting for, to see more like
Triple A movies.
AAA movies, but more so like superhero Marvel-esque, DC, but Marvel-esque movies using that instead of green screen.
Yeah.
Because that's always been the biggest hiccup or limitations. You can't use You have to use green screen. You have to consistently use green screen for a lot of superhero movies.
So I showed you this BTS clip. We'll play it. Everyone has seen this clip, and this is what had me excited going to Superman, because we are practically flipping our actor in real life, filming it, flipping the camera. We're on a volume, and everything is baked into camera. Now, obviously, there's some post-processing. It's a superhero movie. We understand that. But the output and the input is impressive, and it's done on virtual.
That part is so cool. When I saw this clip circulating online, I was like, this is insanely well shot.
That it's bringing a new level to virtual. We can do things with cameras and with walls, and now that we're figuring out the tech and getting that gen lock more precise and locked in, and our camera movements more updated with time, like quick to time, things are becoming possible that weren't previously possible before. Now, I know people say that all the time. Yes, it was possible to move an actor around on green screen.
Yeah.
For sure. But will you have realistic reflections? Will the cape actually move the way you want it to? There's a clip of Henry Cavill, this clip, of him strapped in, just lying down. There's no cape on him because they had to put it in post.
Really?
We have a moving cape, a real moving cape.
That's the biggest thing, is being able to like have those effects play realistically.
Now,
Interesting.
let me give you a caveat, because they play that clip in the movie, in the timeline of the movie, before you know the full tone of the movie. I would say the tone of the movie is like a comedic comic booky, but you don't know that before you see the frontal shot of this guy flying. And I was there with my wife. She burst out laughing because it's a little campy.
Wait, they played this clip like at the start of the movie?
It's like the first 1 minute of the movie, or 3 minutes or whatever. It's like she burst out laughing, looked at me, and then said, "Is this virtual production?"
In a good way or a bad way?
It was a bad way because the tone wasn't set yet.
I see.
The shot is campy, I will say. Like, it's not like, but it's like Superman campy, and that's why it works.
Interesting.
Think about the old Superman movies. It fits with the vibe. It fits with the tone.
But I don't know if the original Superman movies were like meant to be that way. Like, were they intentionally campy,
Well, I think-
or is it just they tried to do so much and their technology limited them, so that became
That was so we're 4 minutes into the movie, and I'm like,
a hot start?
oh no. I'm like, if this is the virtual, but then the tone sets in and I go, okay, we're having fun. It's all good. Whatever. Like, I can get behind this. But then they cut to one of our main scenes of the movie, which is LutherCorp, and it's all virtual. The whole movie. It's like this massive tower. It's looking over Metropolis, and the screen is Metropolis, and then they built the headquarters inside of the volume so that it's panes of glass onto the volume.
Wow.
And it looks unbelievable.
So realistic.
It looks so good.
So realistic.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a cool way to build an interior. Obviously, there's an expense attached to that, but I feel like the effect is definitely...
They also did driving plates. Of course. That's kind of, the bread and butter of virtual is to throw a car onto a volume, get the environment flying by you. The next thing you know, you're driving a car, right? Yeah. Easy.
I mean, it's synonymous. If you're renting a studio that big with LED walls, you might as well take advantage of it.
Okay, the third point is we're going to get into camera work behind this movie. Okay. It is fun and fast. Like, it's got action. It's whipping that camera around. It's bringing some really dynamic superhero shots. Kind of the stuff like really, I'm going to say comic book angles.
Okay.
Like this. Okay, so spoiler.
Well, you're trying to convince me to go see this movie. Now you're going to spoil it?
There's...
Come on.
You know that there's going to be other superheroes in this movie, okay?
I mean, no.
It's fine because whatever. There's... Hawkgirl is in the movie. And there are scenes of her flying in, and it's literally like Snorri cam on her face. Like, it's like she is awesome and hilarious, and it works so well.
Sorry, what's her name?
Hawkgirl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to know who that is? Who played Lois Lane?
What's her name again? What's her name again? Bro absolutely tossed me.
She's more famous than whoever the fuck's playing Superman.
Yeah, but now he's famous.
Rachel's amazing. She played Marvelous Miss Maisel on Cinematography.
Sorry.
We were fact checked. The DOP
is Henry Brom, who is the same DOP as Guardians of the Galaxy. Very similar styles, very similar slow motion segments, very similar close-up Snorri cam, a wide angle, really kind of fun stuff.
Is there ever at all in the Superman movie where there's a shot that goes from like real time into like instant slow-mo?
Many. Actually, there's one that was almost cut from the movie when Superman saves a squirrel and a girl.
He saved a squirrel.
I actually really do think that you'll like that scene.
I'm honestly down. I'm excited to watch it.
When audiences first saw it, they wanted it cut because they thought it was irrelevant. But it's proving that Superman cares about all life, including the little squirrels. Okay, so obviously on a big, massive movie like Superman, there are going to be some things that they do in the volume that's harder for like a smaller production or a smaller stage to pull off, like whipping the camera 180 degrees and still seeing wall, right?
Yeah.
But there are some things in the movie, some ways that they shoot things on virtual that are a more approachable scene or scenario that others can do, like Superman's apartment.
Okay.
They shot it on virtual. They had some fun stuff. Playing in the background. Like literally, I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but like a literal world eater from D&D is in the background. It was awesome.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Driving plates as well. We've already talked about that, but there are. So I think that that's cool too, because when you see like, let's say, a smaller scale filmmaker who watches Superman, then they're gaining ideas for their own production or whatever. If they get to shoot on virtual, they can literally do some of the same shots and maybe all of the shots if they get creative on a smaller volume.
Absolutely. I think this is really interesting actually, because we are seeing way more use cases of virtual production on smaller LED walls.
Yeah.
Not quite as big. People are finding ways to cheat the reflection, but I think the main thing is that people are still able to see that image on the LED wall. That implies that actors can see what they're looking at and get those realistic lighting, and have the crew see what they're doing. And I just think that we are moving past the time where big LED walls or big volumes are necessary
for every shot,
for
every use case. Yeah. Right. I got that.
Immediately starts making it more accessible to more creators.
100%. And also, you don't need to be a AAA production to have a cool shot that you want to pull off. You can be a smaller scale.
Absolutely.
And one thing that we're going to try to do is we're going to maybe try to pull off one of these shots from Superman. We've talked about doing a rig where we rig one of us up and spin us around on the volume.
And I think it's worth doing it because you can do set extension with an LED wall. Mm-hmm. So technically, if you were to have someone spin around and let's say you lose the camera or lose the edge of the LED wall for a second, you can have that set extension go, and then maybe you come back to it when you rotate it. So there's possibilities. Mm-hmm. You might not need the whole gamut.
Right, that's actually true. Yeah, you're right.
You could be able to cheat some shots in particular.
True.
I would love to recreate that flying scene from Superman.
I really want to kind of be in the rig and flip me around.
I could see you playing Superman. Can we have?
Whoa!
Can we have a side by side of all of the people that have played Superman in the past?
And then
pairs with your face.
And then Walmart version right here.
Walmart Superman. So what you're telling me is that if Superman movies or superhero movies are using more virtual production, they're using smaller walls to do some of these things. They're doing more scenes on virtual production.
They can.
Recreating apartments, business buildings, driving plates, flying shots. What I'm hearing is it's opening the door for more people to try virtual production. And I think that people could do this on smaller LED walls that aren't as grossly expensive as they used to be, because this technology is becoming cheaper and cheaper. And we've been saying this for years, that eventually it's going to hit a point where it's more affordable.
Yep.
But
I think we're there. I think we're there.
Yeah.
If you can be creative on an LED wall, you can use any size that you have.
That's what I'm thinking. And so we have our new studio that just opened that's 30 feet wide by 16 feet high. And I feel like, with the lighting grid that's in there, we could hang someone from the ceiling.
We should hang me from the ceiling.
We could hang a Walmart Superman from the ceiling. And
that's a compliment. Honestly, I'll take it.
And recreate the scene. There are so many recreations you can do. You can set extend the LED wall. You can recreate the driving plates you want.
Your actors are still looking into their environment.
Yeah. You can be more versatile and use, different things to be creative. Mm-hmm. Coming from someone like James Gunn, who is a very, what did he say in that interview?
He plans his shots very well.
He plans his shots.
If you can plan your shots on a virtual set, you will succeed.
Yeah. He said there were 4,000 shots in the new Superman movie. 2,000 of them were going to be VFX shots. Mm-hmm. And he said that he planned pretty much every single one of them.
Now think about how many of those shots were saved VFX money and time because it was shot virtually.
Yeah. I mean,
all of the LutherCorp stuff, all of that.
Yeah. That's crazy. Imagine the time rotoscoping would have.
Insane. It would have been insane, right?
And I feel like being able to do something like that, again, on no matter the size of LED wall, really opens the door for what more people can do. It's honestly inspiring to see. And I think it's helpful to hear something from a director that big saying,
virtual is the future.
Plan your shots. Yeah. Virtual is the future. Just be mindful of this stuff. And realistically, if you do plan your shots, you can get through a lot of stuff in one day, especially when you do a
fast amount of time.
Yeah. You just got to be very mindful and very intentional with every shot.
Yeah.
Know exactly what you're shooting, know exactly what the camera is seeing. And I think virtual can be a huge time saver.
So, Austin, you've heard my plea for you to see this movie. The camera work / cinematic value, the tone of the piece, and the technical, which we love, the virtual aspect. Will you go to see Superman? The people need to know.
Probably not. It's summer. I don't want to be inside for 3 hours. Just kidding. I will go see it. I'll go see it specifically for you.
Yes. Nice. That's terrific.
What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Honestly, I gave it a rating already. I gave it an 8.3.
Wow.
That's pretty high. Dun, 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 dun. Done.